other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 180.
51 to mine. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm on.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And under the Lions pressure. He's brought down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Gun.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
I got motion. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Great.
Now Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Newton. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Lions will take over. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Fresno.
Omaha, ready, move.
Throwing is Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Michael, check. Blue 60.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Let's make these babies
22.
Check three. Check 52. Kill.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Cam, option left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. 51 to Mike. 51.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
It's just me and you.
Now Cam, option left. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 33-yard line.
Ready?
40's a Mike.
Watch the run.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Double time.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check, 59.
Hey, Alpha.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Hurry. Watch the screen. On your team. Alert. 10. Hey, orbit. Look at him.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down and 4, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Got his target, Samuel. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 22!
54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Play action. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And an alley to run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bound to lose one.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
22!
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rip left,
Hey, Delta.
Right, check, 59.
If you don't get this,
Easy alert.
you think you won't get this?
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
It's a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the ball.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Again, it's Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Double right.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 36.
Watch safety creep.
Zebra.
Safety's creeping.
Check.
Zebra.
Crunch.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. McCaffrey following the penalty. They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. from the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Express! Express!
Mark 40. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go.
Express! 8!
Let's bring it.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. It's an 8-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
8!
Mark 40. Mark 40.
All day, baby. All day, all day, all day. Gun.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no.
Heavy. Whoa, Mike 40.
What do you...
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey!
Tighten up.
32!
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
it was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check. Hey. Mike's 59.
Lions go for it on fourth. It's Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So first and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. Throwing again is Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Let's go, D.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 10. Newton. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Newton on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Gun.
Newton to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. And he
was not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Newton now to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?